Hey everyone, welcome to Age and Education channel. In the last video, we have wrapped up the chapter plants. Now in this video, we shall look into animal life. These plants and animals are so basic things and they go with each other invariably, right? So it's very important that you understand about the animal life too. And for this, we will see these topics: uses of animals, adaptation to environment, adaptations for food, adaptations for protection and reproduction in animals, and endangered and extinct animals. About these uses of animals, this topic you may get it in your academics. In your academic exams, normal exams, you may get it. Okay, and as far as Olympiads is concerned, you may get it in the form of choose the odd one out. What are all the uses of animals? So in that sort of thing you may get it. Okay, and about this endangered and extinct animals, this is a very important topic. Okay, it's see, just to give you some heads up, when I say endangered and extinct animals, these days it's so very important because of the drastic climatic changes we are able to see in our earth. Okay, so what's happening? What happens if there are so many climatic changes? This is C, don't get confused. Okay, what happens if there are so many climatic changes? It's that the habitat, what is habitat? It's a home, right? So this home of some organisms may get affected due to these climatic changes. It means that their home, all the things that are usual in their home may get destroyed, and so the organism may not be happy with it, and it may get even disappeared. Okay, so when I say that the animals got extinct, it means that they are no more in their habitat, not only in habitat, even in the earth. It's because the usual elements of their home are destroyed, and so they got extinct. What is that? Extinct. Okay, now another thing, what are endangered? Endangered means being threatened. It's that their habitat is altered or modified in a way that it has badly affected those animals, and so it's called being, and those species will get endangered. It means their population will go down. Okay, this dwindling of the population is called as being endangered. Okay, and there will be something some other factors too, and this topic about this endangered and extinct animals, it's very important, and you can dig deeper into it, but for 4th grade we will see whatever is needed for you. Okay, and about the uses of animals, we'll start with uses of animals. We all know how the animals are useful, right? So animals play a crucial role in various aspects of human life and environment. Here are some key uses and benefits of animals. Companionship. Pets like dogs, cats and birds provide what? Emotional support, companionship, and can improve mental health. See, whenever you feel sad or when you feel that I am too tired, then you will just go and play with your pets, right? At that time you will feel like you are happy, right? That is what I meant by companionship is that. Okay, you will feel happy and you get relaxed by playing with the pets. This is called the companionship. It is one of the uses of animals. And work and service. Animals such as horses, dogs and even bees are used in various types of work. For instance, horses can be used for riding or farm work. Service dogs assist people with disabilities, and bees are crucial for pollination. This we have seen in the plants chapter. And dogs assist people with disabilities. And also you can find these service dogs in Law and Order, right? Where the police take the sniffer dogs to identify the bad one, right? Okay, so horses can be used for riding or farm work. Now, food. Animals provide important sources of nutrition through meat, dairy and eggs. This you all know. And clothing and materials. Animals like Sheep, alpacas and silkworms provide materials used in clothing and textiles. So you know that sheep gives wool. We always wear these clothes in when winter season, right? To protect ourselves from the cold. And about the silkworms, you wear the silk clothes, right? That you obtain from silkworms. We get it from silkworms. So the department that deals with all of these is called as sericulture. Okay, I think in the 5th grade you will have detailed uh, this one explanation about this concept of sericulture. Okay, and medical research. Animals are used in research to develop and test medical treatments, vaccines and drugs which can lead to advancements in human health. So I say that not all the animals will be used for research and development with regard to using testing the vaccines and all that, because there are some guidelines and there are some prohibitions of using animals for this purpose. Okay, so as per the government guidelines and all that, the medical people will carry on these tests and we obtain the vaccines and drugs after those trials are successful. Okay. Now, environmental balance. Animals play key role in ecosystems. For example, predators help control populations of other species, while herbivores can influence plant communities and in seed dispersal. Okay. Now, ecosystem. Do you remember the topic ecosystem that I have explained to you in the plants this one videos? See, what is ecosystem? Ecosystem has living beings and non-living beings, right? And the interactions in between them, and what else? The energy flow in between. All this is composed of ecosystem. Okay, for this ecosystem to be balanced, these animals will give their hand, like the predators means attacking and eating the things. Okay, so predators help control populations of other species. So some animals will attack the other animals and eat them, and so the population of those animals can be maintained, while herbivores can influence plant communities and seed dispersal. See, it is like herbivores, they will go to the plants, right, to eat. So in that process, what they do, they will help in the seed dispersal. Okay. Now, cultural and recreational. Animals are featured in various cultural contexts including sports, entertainment and art. You know all this, right? Zoos, aquariums and in horse racing, everywhere it is used, and so they serve the purpose of cultural and recreational aspect too. Next, pollination. Bees, butterflies and other animals are essential for the pollination of many plants, which is crucial for the production of the fruits and vegetables. About this we have already seen in the chapter plants, so I am not going to repeat it. Now, ecological indicators. This is something so important. Some animals are indicators of environmental health. What is that? Indicators of environmental health. Their presence or absence can signal changes in the ecosystems, helping scientists monitor environmental conditions. Now here, see, what is environmental health? See, environment has something, some aspects that have to be maintained in order to have a stable environment, right? So when something bad is affecting this environment, then the animals, some of the animals will show some indications saying that, helping the scientists to find that there are something that is that's happening in the environment and that is affecting the environment. Okay, so I'll tell you with an example so that you can understand. You all know dolphin, right? So dolphin is an ecological indicator of the marine environment. What is it? Marine environment. It means that water. How? See, dolphin can, if you, it's like it's sensitive to the pollutants, some of the pollutants like heavy metals, PCBs and all that. Okay. So what happens? when these sort of pollutants get increased, it badly affects the dolphins. So when the scientists study the dolphin, then they can understand that okay, the pollutants in that particular place where that particular dolphin stays, the pollutants are more. Okay, so they'll take the steps that are needed to reduce this pollution. And also dolphin will thrive in clean water. It needs clean water. Okay, all these are the factors. If the water is not clean, or if there are any pollutants, then it will badly affect the dolphin. Okay, like the dolphin population may get reduced and all that. There will be some indicators for the scientists to help them understand that something is affecting dolphin, and they'll take the steps that are needed. You got the point, right? So dolphins are like not only dolphins, animals serve as ecological indicators too. Next, biological control. Certain animals help manage pest populations naturally. For example, birds, bats and insects can reduce the number of harmful pests. These uses highlight the diverse ways, diverse means different, ways in which animals contribute to human life and the environment. Okay. Now let us see about the topic called as adaptations of animals to the environment. Okay. So in that we will see what are the adaptations we can see in the terrestrial animals. So what is the meaning of this word terrestrial? It means land. I already told you about this in plants, right? So terrestrial animals are the animals that live on land. So on the land we can find the polar regions, right? What are polar regions? Those are the regions where we can find that the climate is extremely cold. What is it? Extremely cold. So what are the animals we can see there? Polar bears, Arctic foxes, penguins, seals, walrus, etc. And what are the common adaptations we can see? That is thick and hairy skin. Why will they have thick and hairy skin? It is because thick skin will help them to survive in this cold environment. Okay, and about the blubber in polar bear and walrus, it is a type of fat. Okay, so even that you can find in the polar bear and walrus. And what is this concept called as hibernation? Hibernation means it's winter sleep. It's like some animals, in order to survive in this cold conditions, they will just sleep all through the winter. Okay, that is called as hibernation. So what are the adaptations? Thick and hairy skin and blubber in polar bear and walrus, and some animals will undergo hibernation. Okay. Now in mountains what adaptations we can see? We can see that they will have thick fur and strong hooves. Okay, so the animals like yaks, mountain sheep and mountain goats, they will have thick fur to protect themselves from cold. See, mountains have cold climates. Okay, no, though not extremely cold, they will be cold. Okay, so in mountains you can find that the climate there is cold. And strong hooves. Why do they need strong hooves? It's not for cold, it's for the animals to walk through the slopes of the mountains. Okay, with this hooves they can happily walk on the mountains. And how about the deserts? Deserts have camel, right? Camel has what? It has thick skin. Don't think that this thick skin and this thick skin have the same purpose. Okay, here the thick skin is for the protection from the cold. Here the thick skin is to avoid loss of water. In the deserts it will be too hot, right? It's very difficult to find the water, food and all that. So camel has made some adaptations such that the water it consumes won't get out fast. Okay, so thick skin will help from the loss of the water, and less hair and humps and double eyelids. Double eyelids, it is like there will be so much of sand over there. So in order to avoid that sand getting into its eyes, this double eyelids have been you can see that as an adaptation. Okay. To escape heat, some animals go to long sleep. What is it? Long sleep in summer, called as estivation. So in winter, winter sleep is hibernation and summer sleep is estivation. Okay. This may be Olympiad question. Okay, about the hibernation and about the estivation. And what are the other terrestrial animals? Mammals, birds, reptiles, insects, arachnids like spiders and scorpions, amphibians, centipedes, millipedes and earthworms. All these are the terrestrial animals. Okay, and next about the aquatic animals. What are aquatic animals? The animals that live in water. Okay, so even they will have to show some adaptations, right? The environment in the water is totally different from the land, and so you can see that the adaptations will be different. Okay, so about the aquatic animals, what are those? Fish, whale, turtle and octopus. Marine animals. What are marine animals? The animals that live in seas and oceans. You can find dolphin, whale, walrus, etc. in the seas and oceans. And about the freshwater animals. What are these freshwater animals? Frog and salamanders. This information is just for you to understand that the marine animals and freshwater animals, there is some sort of categorization among the aquatic animals. Now here comes the adaptations part. Okay. See, in order to live in water, fish have developed fins, whereas whale and turtle have flippers. What do they have? Flippers. Okay, and most of these respire through gills. So these are about the aquatic animals. And amphibians. What are amphibians? Amphibians are the animals that can live both on land and in water. See, here we saw that the terrestrial animals will have some sort of adaptations and aquatic animals have some sort of adaptations. Now just think what should be the adaptations that amphibians have, because they live both on land and water, right? See how good the nature is. It has made some organisms that will have adaptations that suit them to live on both land and in water, right? You should always admire the nature. Okay, then you automatically will have that interest to understand what's happening. Okay, so most amphibians have what? Have lungs that help them breathe on the land and moist skin that helps them to breathe underwater. So you understood, right? See, fascinated by it? Yes. Next, frogs have developed strong hind limbs that help them to hop on land and webbed feet to help them swim in water. Oh, so how do you have doubt? You have got this doubt, right? How did frogs come in between? We were talking about amphibians. It's because frog is also an amphibian. Okay, so we are learning about about frogs too. So frogs have what? They have developed strong hind limbs that help them to hop on land and webbed feet to help them swim in water. Where else you can find webbed feet? Do you remember? In ducks you can find webbed feet, right? Yes? Okay. And these also amphibians also act as indicators of environmental health due to their sensitivity to pollutants and habitat changes. This we have already seen, right? About the dolphins, how dolphins act as ecological indicator for marine pollution. In the same manner, amphibians also will act as some sort of indicator of environmental health. Okay. Now about the aerial animals. What are these? They are the animals that can fly. What are those? Birds and bats, and also butterflies and dragonflies. Okay. You have to remember this. Bats are the only mammals that can fly. A possible Olympiad question. Okay. So you have to remember that. Now, what are the adaptations that we can see in aerial animals? Hollow bones. Okay, you know what is meant by hollow, right? When something is not filled with some material inside, then it is called as hollow. It's said to be hollow. So, aerial animals will have hollow bones. Why should they have hollow bones? In what way it is useful? See, for something to fly, it should have light weight, right? So, Hollow bones will give the birds and bats, whatever it may be, that has to fly, will have a lighter weight because of this hollow bones. Okay, and they will have aerodynamic bodies. It is like the shape of the body that allows it or facilitates the animals to fly. Okay, it is also called as boat shaped bodies. What is it? Boat shaped bodies. And they will have wings, feathers and flight muscles. You know about the wings and feathers, right? So the new things that you have learned here is they will have hollow bones, aerodynamic or boat shaped bodies and flight muscles. And wings and feathers, we all know about it. Okay, so this is about the aerial animals. Now arboreal animals. Arboreal animals are the animals that live on trees. Not live, they just move on trees. Okay, so what are those? Like monkeys, squirrels, tree lizards, koalas, sloths, birds like woodpecker, sparrow, etc. So what are the adaptations? Strong limbs. You see them jumping from branch to branch, tree to tree, right? So for that, to do that, they need strong limbs and sharp claws. Why do they need sharp claws? So that they can hold the branches. And prehensile tails. It is that they can hang with their tail. Okay, they can wrap themselves, they can wrap their tail to the branch and they can stay there. So prehensile tails are used for that. And special sense of balance. It's obvious, right? When these monkeys and all that keep jumping from tree to tree so fast, they should have some sense of balance, right? It is not that easy for them to jump until and unless they have that sense of balance. Yes, so it is about the arboreal animals and their adaptations. Okay, that's it for now, and in the next we shall continue this topic in the next class. Okay, thank you, go through it. Okay, and let me know if at all you want me to go slow or something. Okay, bye, see you.